Sweden bucking the European trend in its response to the coronavirus pandemic by remaining open for business. In this street in Stockholm, there's not much evidence of social distancing, and the shops are open and work there. Primary schools are open as well, with officials claiming that children aren't major transmitters of the virus and that otherwise somebody else has to look after them. Cafes and restaurants are open too. This was one in the Swedish capital this morning. Though nobody wanted to talk about why they were there, many Swedes are relieved to have avoided lockdown.
I think it's good for the economy that we try to keep it as open as possible. And I'm not sure if we do have the right strategy or not, but maybe the other countries are not doing it the correct way.
At the hospital with the biggest intensive care unit for those infected, the doctors say they are not overwhelmed. There have been 59 deaths reported in the last 24 hours, and there's a constant hunt for ventilators, with this one 25 years old. But Sweden is putting its faith in this man, Anders Tegnell, its chief epidemiologist and now a household name, who says the restrictions, such as they are working.
This level of measures that we have in Sweden, there is no problem for us to keep it running for months. Closing schools, more stringent measures like that, closing borders, you cannot do that for months or years ahead. But what we're doing in Sweden, we can continue to do for a long time, and I think that's going to prove to be very, very important in the long run.
A new opinion poll suggests that Swedes support this light-touch regulation in a country wedded to consensus politics, where people say they trust state experts.
The most important thing here is to get people to actually follow recommendation, think for themselves, to understand what the risks are by social interaction with people. So if people understand and follow that kind of regulation and recommendation, I think we have the same results as other countries do as well.
The Swedish army is building this new overflow hospital in a suburb of Stockholm, much as the UK and others have done already. But for now, this is a country which looks pretty much like the UK did before restrictions were imposed last week, even though the official advice is to stay at home.
The Earth just cannot handle the sheer number of humans who live here. Something has to give. And I believe that it's up to us who have lived a good life to make sure that our children will have the opportunity to live good lives too. I have lived a good life.
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 Poisoned by humans who put themselves above nature. It's time to stop the killing. It's time to heal our planet. It's time to remove your footprint. It's time to remove your footprint. Agenda 21 is coming soon.